Hello, everybody, and welcome to another video with myself, Stephen. I'm here with one of our students who has had success with our program, and I want to ask him a lot of questions about his experience so far. I'm here with Jorey. Jorey, is that how I pronounce your name, or have I got it right or wrong? You tell me.
Yeah, it's Jorey. Hi, Stephen. How's it going?
That's a good start anyway. I was 99% certain. It's going well for me, and look, thank you so much for coming on today to talk about your experience and your story. This inspires a lot of people. So I'm looking forward to asking you some questions. The first one I have for you, Jorey, is I always ask people, like, what was the epiphany moment where you went from not interested or not knowledgeable about selling on Amazon to, oh, you can sell on Amazon? Talk to me, like, how did you come up with that idea as a business to get into?
So it was July of last year, so 2019. I was just listening to one of the YouTube channels that I do fairly often. And this guy mentioned something about a source of income called FBA. And I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
I was curious, so I did a little bit of research and I thought, you can sell on Amazon? Really? I thought it was just Amazon who sold stuff. I had no idea. And I was looking for another source of income. I had a great job, very stable, worked there for the government for over 10 years. So super stable. It was awesome. But I wanted more. Other areas of my life were just wonderful, doing fantastic, but I needed something more in that area. And of course, like most of us, we all want to be independent millionaires. So I thought, you know what, maybe this is a path. So I did some research. That's sort of how I discovered you guys, Marketplace Superheroes. When I did that research, I saw a lot of other places, but you know, when I looked at your program, I thought, you know what, it looks good. It looks really good. So I decided to go down that path with you guys. And, you know, it was a big step signing up for a course online. I wasn't too aware of all this different stuff, but I did the course. I went through it. It was awesome. It was, you know, there was a lot of, oh my God, what am I doing? And this is a big thing. I don't know what I'm getting into, but the course just went step by step and laid out everything. And as I went through it, I felt more and more relaxed and confident that, okay, this will work. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
That's the start. I love that. And I love a few things about that story. The fact that you're saying, like, number one, you didn't even know you could sell on Amazon. And a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them, like, you know, a lot of people actually don't know you can even sell there. People assume, like, it's this thing everybody knows, but it's just not. That's number one thing I liked. And the second thing is, like, I love how you have a very positive outlook of other parts of your life that are really good, and you were just looking for a way to get something up and running. You weren't expecting millions overnight, and you know that's not how we roll. So then you joined in July, you were saying, and then you started into the process of learning and all of that. So when did you kind of like identify your first products? I know you did a couple at the start. How long did that take you to identify and start talking to suppliers and stuff like that?
Well, I dived in right away because I'm the type of person that if I'm interested in something, I hyper focus in it. So I jumped in right away. And within a few weeks, I was already contacting suppliers. I was asking for samples from them, and that was a big thing, contacting someone in China. And there was that little bit of fear of, oh, are they going to think I'm just some first-time guy? But they were really good. They were receptive, and I had a bunch of those just sent to me. And finally, I ordered my first product in October. I think it was October, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then by the time it finally got to the States in the warehouse with all the delays of COVID-19 and Chinese New Year and all that sort of stuff, it was February the product finally launched. And I also ordered a second product November, and then it just went live earlier this week. So it's only been live maybe 5 days. Okay. And I got a third product that I've already done. Love it. It's on the way. It's in the boat somewhere in the ocean. So yeah, it's really exciting. So
Right. And for anybody watching as well, like, I know where you're from, but maybe just let everybody know where you're from as well, just for a bit of context, just while we go into the next part. Are you on Instagram? If you're on Instagram, what I'd love you to do is give me a follow. All you got to do right now is maybe take out your phone if you're on your computer. If you're watching this on your phone, maybe just check this out later. Go to Instagram, sign in, and then go up and type in Stephen J. Summers. You should see this on screen right now. Stephen J. Summers, that's my handle. I want you to give me a follow, and then what I want you to do is send me a message on Instagram, DM me, let
me know how you're getting on. If you've got any questions, and I'd love to respond to you. So jump over there right now, give me a follow, and I'll chat to you in there.
So I'm in Western Canada. In Edmonton is the name of the city. So
no, my wife's family are from Edmonton. Would you believe?
Oh wow, awesome!
I was there 2 years ago. I was there actually. 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and it was great. We did the whole tour of Banff, Jasper, and we were around in Edmonton and stuff like that. So we had a great time. Lovely.
Yeah.
Country. So yeah, I think the reason I ask you that is because some people might not be sure. Oh well, if I live here, can I do it? If I live there, and so you brought in your products to .com. You're going to sell on Amazon.com. Is that right? That's where you are selling now.
Yeah, I started off in the States.com. The plan is to expand into Europe. So I'd like to do that later this summer, maybe in August, sometime like that. And the big hope, well, not the hope, I mean, I'm working towards having 5 products launched within that first year.
Right.
So of purchasing the course in July. So I got a few months left.
But that's huge though. Like again, like some people have this sort of thing of like, 3 months from the time you join, that sounds like a long time. It really isn't. Like to go from never having had a business to having found your first product, spoken to suppliers, negotiated, got your samples and everything in between. Like that's a really monumental achievement. And even the product your first product that you brought in, let's just talk about that. We won't reveal the product or anything, but like chat about, I know that like when it first came in, that was a good product because it really followed, I think, what we would often talk about that. Well, I'll let you talk about it. When it first came in, did it fly off the shelves? What was the story there?
I found a product. It was the automotive category, but when I did the research and I found, okay, there's some really good sales in it and these competitors, and I thought, okay, well, I'll try this. I found a supplier and all that, and I brought it in. And when it came in, at first, it was pretty slow. I mean, it was the beginning of February. It was maybe 1 or 2 sales a day every other day, and it just kind of took its time. And I had that fear of, did I pick the right product? Was this a dud? Did I do the research wrong? But I thought, I'll just take my time. I ordered about 500 units, and so that first about 6 weeks, it was slow, like I said. And then one weekend I had 3 sales on the Saturday and 3 on the Sunday, or 2 on the Sunday, and I was super excited. I'm like, okay, this is finally getting viable. Yep. And then all of a sudden the next week on Thursday, I sold 15 units. And I was like, wow, how did that, am I dreaming? What's going on here? And then it just continued. And ever since then, I've been having at least 12 sales per day on average. Some days it's, 15, 20. The other day it's maybe 7 or 8. But it's incredible, and it's this exciting feeling. I've already ordered a second batch, and It's not going to get in until July, unfortunately, so I'll be out of stock. I expect to run out of stock of what I currently have maybe within a couple weeks.
Yeah, so that's great. And so it's about a $15 to $20 price product. Is that about right?
It was about $14.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just say 15 to make it easy. So I mean, that's great. So you're averaging probably best part of $200 a day ish revenue wise, something like that. Then maybe a little
something
bit less.
like that. Yeah, my math isn't working so good right now, but that sounds good.
But if you're saying you're selling anywhere from 11 to 20 a day, and it's $15, or 10 is 150. So best part of $200 a day. So again, like let's just say at a conservative level, it's a $5,000 ish per month revenue product.
That sounds right. Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, one product, and like let's just say you did nothing more with that. It's $60,000 in a year. You should be making about 30% of that as net profit. So you should be making about 15 to 18 grand net profit per year with that one silly little product. So like that's a great start, which, no wonder you're obviously excited about it, because like anything, Jorey, it doesn't take a whole lot of those ones to really make a difference in someone's life. So that's awesome. So then the other products, then they're on the way. So in your first year, you're expecting to have 5 launched from scratch, which again, like if they all just did what you're doing now, that would be great. You're at about you're at nearly, like that would be nearly $100,000 a year net profit. That'd be very good.
Yeah, well that's the plan. I mean, I eventually want to replace my income, just keep launching products, and within 2 or 3 years, I'll just be sitting at home living the laptop life, or whatever they call it, just to so that's the plan.
That's awesome. I mean, and so for what outside of business, like, is there kind of like something in particular you're looking to do once you're not working? Like, is there kind of hobbies or things like that that you're really looking to put more time into? As in, what's your kind of why in business? If you don't mind me asking.
I do enjoy woodworking as a hobby, so I build furniture. It's just something on the side I enjoy doing, but I get a lot of pleasure from that creativity process. So I'll be doing that. It'll be nice to just spend more time rather than waking up at 6 in the morning, getting to work, and then picking up my daughter from school. I could actually just pick her up or take her to school in the morning, come home, do some work. My office, just work out of the office with my wife. And yeah, so that's kind of the hope. I guess retire early.
Yeah, but like, hey, why not? You know, that's the thing, and it's very achievable for you because obviously you've started very well, and you've got a very you've got a simple goal, and it's 100% achievable. So that's really exciting to me. The woodworking thing as well, like it's actually amazing. Woodworking is, from an information standpoint, it's actually a huge industry online. I'm sure you're aware of that, but there's a huge amount of woodworking channels on YouTube and stuff like that. So who knows, maybe in time you might start developing your own content in that area. Who knows?
I could. We'll see.
Okay, so then just to kind of finish up then, Jorey, like what would you say are maybe a couple of the biggest lessons you've learned on your way? For anybody starting out, what would like advice be you would give to people when they're getting going?
Well, I would say is for me, it's easy to get distracted by doing this program and that program. And I think it's best just to focus on one program, whatever it is, and just take the steps and work through it. I mean, the Marketplace Superheroes, obviously, I mean, I'm speaking to you, that's what I've done. I've never done any of the other programs. I don't know how they work, but it's very easy to get distracted in this day and age, but just work at it, keep focusing and keep that course.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I love the fact you're obviously endorsing what we do, but the bigger thing for me is like, as you just said, if it's anybody's course, whoever it is, stick to one. I was actually just rereading the 4-Hour Workweek recently. Have you ever read that book before, Jorey? 4-Hour Workweek?
No, I haven't.
That's a good read with Tim Ferriss. But one of the things he says in that book is have a low information diet so that it frees up your time just to execute. And that's one thing you've done, which I would love everybody to take away, that you just kept it simple, you executed on the steps, and you didn't like try to innovate on the steps like you were saying. You kept it simple, you followed along, and you got results, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I followed along. So, and as you follow that advice along the way, you can start to, once you get to be maybe not an expert, but much more versed in it, you can start to tweak it a little bit. Like, I know I can do this, I know I can do that. And that's a part of learning, right? Taking that experience you've learned and grow from there. So
I love that. Well, look, I would love to say thank you for your time today. It's been a great kind of snapshot into somebody who started from scratch and is rocking it. So thanks so much, Jorey. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to working with you in the future, of course, as part of our community. And everybody watching today, I'd just like you to go down and give Jorey a thanks. What was your one big takeaway from today? Even just appreciate Jorey for jumping on with us, because we're recording this actually on a Sunday. So, you know, this is a day off. So I appreciate you jumping on, man. And everybody get down to those comments, like the video, and say thanks to Jorey for his time today.
Thanks, Stephen. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.